Ballots finally counted. A winner has been chosen. That winner for the Conservative Party leadership is, of course, Erin O'Toole. Hi, I'm Brian Lilly, political columnist with the Toronto Sun. Joining me to talk about this, let me just bring her in now, my boss, editor-in-chief of the Toronto Sun, Adrian Batra. So, Adrian, quick thoughts on Erin O'Toole's win. Surprising, not surprising, good, bad, and different. Where do you stand?
It would appear that after the hours upon hours and hours of delays, the Conservatives waiting for their leader to be Erin O'Toole was a befitting moment, because from every assessment I've received from the campaigns over the course of the last few weeks, Erin had been slow and steady, picking up ballots, picking up memberships, making phone calls, doing a ground game that any populist Conservative leader would do, and clearly it resulted in a victory for him. The Conservatives took far too long for this to happen. It should have been a quick turnaround. Technology is what it is, Brian.
Well,
but not
technology and COVID. I mean, there's been a lot going on. It's been a weird race, hasn't it? Does Erin O'Toole, I was just talking about this with Jerry Agar on News Talk 1010. Is he known by the general public, or does he need to introduce himself, kind of like he did in his speech at, 1:30 in the morning Eastern? Hello, I'm Erin O'Toole.
Yeah, and I actually thought that was pretty good. It was a great way to start, and he had some good lines in there. But no, he has a big job ahead of him. So job one is to actually reach out to all the caucus members and reinforce with them that he's on their team. They need to focus on their one political enemy, and that's the Trudeau Liberals. They do not want to go back to a situation where they had in 2017, where Bernier went off and started his own party against Andrew Scheer. So Erin O'Toole's got to do that, job one. Next, yes, absolutely, he's got to introduce himself to the Canadian public. The Conservative brethren know him. The 175,000 ballots that were cast, they know him. But he's not known in general, and not generally speaking. But that will take time. But as leader of the opposition with a seat in the House, he will have an opportunity to do so and hold the government accountable when Justin Trudeau decides that he actually wants to bring the government back.
I love that point about bringing everyone on side, because one of Andrew Scheer's failings was not giving Bernier a proper amount of respect. Now, there was games played between the two of those that really hurt the party, the Conservative Party, and led to the creation of the People's Party, which is still apparently a going concern. So that's a bad move. I think that one thing that they've got to do is bring Leslyn Lewis into the fold. She showed that she was able to express very conservative ideas in a way that attracted people that you wouldn't normally put in her camp. She did great in terms of finding people to vote for her. On the second ballot, she won every province west of the Ontario-Manitoba border, and she did a great amount of fundraising. What do they do with her?
I couldn't agree with you more. They've got to get her in the fold, keep her there, because clearly there is a desire to hear from someone that has her caliber of achievement. And frankly, I think it helps Conservatives in general just sort of disseminate that usual trope that they're just a bunch of monochromatic looking type party. Leslyn Lewis does speak to a wing of Canadians that normally wouldn't vote Conservative, that wouldn't think that they would vote Conservative, but probably have some sort of Conservative values and principles. She can do that. She can help Erin O'Toole in a general election do that. So find her a safe riding, get her in caucus, get her on the campaign trail immediately is a really important priority, I think, for them, because her showing, there's so many storylines that we can take from the Conservative leadership race, not the least of which was the delay, and the upset of Peter MacKay, the perceived frontrunner. But the Leslyn Lewis narrative, I think, is a really important one and instructive for them, that they need to ensure that she stays in the fold and keep her on board. Well
said, Adrian. Thanks so much. And let us know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Share this on Twitter, on Facebook. Email it to your Aunt May out in Whitby, and spread the word.